Hello, 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 dudes. There's a lot of awesome people up in this house.
We start charging these people rent.
Dudes, let's get this rolling. How are you doing, Bobby?
I'm thawing out from today.
It was cold. You were out digging?
I was out digging. It was 9 degrees when I left. So, yeah, I'm still kind of thawing out a little bit, but I got out. So,
Need a nice hot drink.
Yeah, I got one.
There you go, dude. I did not get out today, but I did get out this weekend, and I had a great weekend with the T2. First time in the field.
You're about to get out in tropical stuff.
I'm so excited. We leave. Me, Dawn, and Shelly are leaving tomorrow night. Super excited to head to Florida. Right after work.
I hear you. That's pretty much what I'm doing for Come Out Swinging. I'm going to work, leaving work a little early, and leaving right from work.
Yeah, Come Out Swinging too. We're going boom. I can't wait. There's Dawn now.
I was actually going to go. I was going to leave at the ass crack of dawn on Saturday morning and go. And I said, you know what? Nah.
No, you got to go the night before. I'm the one that told you. You got to go the night before.
I'm leaving straight from work, going that night, Friday night, and chill that night and with everybody and start digging in the morning.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. I can't wait. I love them. All of them. All the events. I love them all.
Yeah, we got so many people that are going to be there that are from here. It's going to be awesome.
Here, all over.
I think
super excited.
I think Chris said there's 25 or more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
So let's say hello to everybody real quick, then let's get to our awesome guest.
Let me get my ABCs here. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
We got the one and only Adventures in Dirt.
Adventures in Dirt. You rock, dude.
Here with us tonight. Mr. Alan Hendricks.
Hello.
Ambient Girl Seated Digs. Nancy. We got B3 Relic Recovery.
B3, dude, you rock.
We got Berks County, Sean, Berks County Metal Detecting. We'll see him at Come Out Swinging.
You rock, dude.
Brewers Prospecting.
You rock, dude.
We got Anthony, Brooklyn Treasure Hunter.
Anthony, you rock.
We got Chris from the Ground Up 1 through 714 and Profiles.
The one and only. You rock, Chris, dude.
We got Clark's Cove Detecting.
Clark's Cove is in the house. You rock.
Dan Smoking Treasures.
Dan, hello.
What you smoking?
Treasures.
All right. We got Donnie Williams.
Donnie, you rock.
We got Jason, Delaware County Diggers.
Hello. Welcome, dude.
Delver.
Bruce, you rock, dude. Thanks for joining.
Dennis Farley.
Hello, Dennis, dude.
We got Dig in the North.
Dig in the North, you rock.
We got Deej. We got a Deej raid. Digging with Deej.
Digging with Deej rocks.
She just had Darcy from Kep Valley on. Good show. I got to watch
every
most
week,
of that.
5:30. Check out Digging with Deej.
Absolutely. We got Dutch Boy Adventures.
Dutch Boy, dude, you rock. Thanks for joining us.
Finding Goodies too.
Tracy, hello, you rock, dude.
Frederick Romano.
Frederick, you rock, dude.
Great Finds.
Thanks for joining us. You rock, dude.
We got Hollywood. Joe Copperhead.
Joe De Niro. Copperheads. Hollywood. Blah, 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 blah.
We got Tim, Il Digger.
Dude, welcome.
Jeff's Obsessions.
Jeff, welcome, dude.
We got the Jersey History Hunter.
Pew.
We got KK, Karen Kasupski.
Karen K. So excited to get to see her. She's already halfway there.
Yeah, right. We got Lauren O'Reilly.
Lauren, hello.
We got Andy from Lost Boys Recovery. Catch him Sunday nights at 7 o'clock.
Andy, dude, you rock. I can't wait this week. I'm watching from Florida. He's going to have bottle diggers. I love bottle digging.
You would.
Mark the Berg Hunter, dude. What's that say?
We got Richie, Madison, Maine.
Wrong stream.
Wrong stream. Richie, Madison, Maine is here.
Richie, hope you are entertained.
We got Mark the Berg Hunter.
Mark the Berg, you rock, dude. Thank you, thank you.
We got Markage.
Mark Edge is in the house. You rock, dude.
Metal Detecting Brooklyn is also here.
Richard, hello. You rock, dude.
We got Mama Squeak.
Mama Squeak is in the house, everybody. Hello.
We got Jason, North Jersey Detector, last week's winner of an Ultimate Finds box that's on his way out.
Taco. You rock, dude.
We got PA Relic Hunters.
PA is in the house. You rock, dude.
Phil Bortner.
What was that?
We got
Phil Bortner, you rock, dude.
We got Practical Ken.
Practical Ken, you rock, dude.
We got Scott McClory.
Scott, hello. Welcome.
We got Shannon Bortner.
Shannon Bortner, hello. Boy, there's a lot of people up in this house.
We got St. Lucie Metal Detecting Channel.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Stan's Lad.
Clint, you rock, dude.
We got Teresa the Treasure Hunter.
Teresa, get to see you soon, too.
We got Mr. Tom Kingery.
Tom, you rock, dude.
We got Tortuga Lisa.
Lisa, hello. You rock.
We got Two Taverns Todd.
Two Taverns, thank you for joining us. You rock.
We got Willie.
Welcome, Willie. You rock, dude.
And we got Brian from You're Digging at Metal Detecting, which we saw at Dig Stock, and we will see it come out swinging as well. Awesome, dude.
Yes, sir.
Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody here.
You missed the A.
I missed an A. Oh, because she wasn't there at first. We got the one, the only, from Treasure Vortex, Miss Amanda Digger DeGaz.
Amanda rocks. Thank you all for joining us.
Absolutely.
You all rock.
Eric from Brotherhood Metal Detecting.
Eric rocks.
And Can You Dig It? Dawn and Shelley.
And Eric from Brotherhood Metal Detecting is going to be a co-host with us for the 24-hour live stream.
Yeah, you don't know what he's in for.
We are kicking it off, and it's going to be a blast. You don't want to miss that.
Nope.
Just saying.
I ain't staying up for the whole thing.
I'm so excited to see Dawn and Shelley. Tomorrow night at this time, we'll be heading out on the road.
You just saw them the other day for mashed potatoes.
And the mashed potatoes were great, but I forgot my leftovers.
I heard.
I'm not happy.
Like, we were playing that game the other night. She's like, she's going to be so pissed she left her mashed potatoes here. All right.
Javier Garcia.
Hey, what's up, Javier? And we got Squeak and Bill. I don't know where they didn't show up on the list. They must have been lurking. But did you see Squeak's new how she got the Knox all pimped out now?
Yeah, saw it.
She's got purple. She's got the purple,
pink and purple.
Pink, and she got the purple carbon fiber shafts from Steve.
Yeah.
She's got.
Oh, we got to say hello to Farmer Eugene. All right, dude. So, how about we bring up our awesome guest? I've been watching his shows for years. Amazing shows, and just like how we love to share the love, this guy always does. And
I just watched one the other day. It was one of my favorites. It's the one about the 1715 Spanish fleet that went down.
Oh yeah,
I watched a documentary on that a while back. They were pulling out. I mean, one gold coin was like worth like $20,000-$30,000. It was crazy.
It's crazy. So without any further ado, let's bring up our awesome guest, Ken DK King.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, Ken?
Oh, man, great to be here. Shoot, share the love. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, looking at the chat, all these cool people coming in here and saying hello. What a community. Jeez.
Yeah, it's
good to see everyone.
Awesome people in here.
We're very grateful. They're awesome. Scuba Sonia just came in. She's awesome. Yeah. We look forward to this every week.
Yep.
For these people.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're just awesome.
I'll never stop calling her a school bus, and I think
me neither.
Okay with that.
I still call her a school bus.
So
hey, you know what? The stuff she's been finding, I mean, she's like ever since Dig Stock, when she hit that
plate.
Yeah. She's just like, like on a tear now. Finding
So
guns.
Ken,
That's
let's
crazy,
talk about you, because a lot of people here, believe it or not, some of these people may not have heard about your show, your podcast, Adventures in Dirt, Weekly Dirt,
Yep.
Relics Radio. But first, before we get to your awesome shows, which I love, let's talk about you for a little bit. Like, how did you get started in metal detecting, and what are your other hobbies in anything else you do in the field?
First, I'll apologize because my screen's over here, so everyone's going to be seeing me do this.
I'll do it too if you feel better.
Yeah, but who would have thought I'd been like a 55-year-old man and have TikTok and Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff, right, Bobby? Come on, man. Like, what? Who would have thought?
I'm 55 years old, and I gave in to TikTok about 6-7 months ago.
Boom. There it is. You
Yep.
gave into TikTok.
I got it.
My kids are like, do you have a TikTok yet, Dad? I'm like, well, yeah, I kind of do. I don't do too much on it these days, but I need to get back into it. So
Kind of hard to put too much on it when the ground's frozen. You know what I'm saying?
can't do much.
Yeah.
So I could take a video of me looking out the window longingly and just kind of like breathing on the glass and play some sad music. I don't know. What do you got? You know?
Yeah.
Shoot. Well, thanks for having me on, Audrey. Yeah. So what about me? Well, people have asked me that question before, like what made me get into it. And I haven't been doing it that long, to be honest with you. But I always remember my father years and years ago when I was, at home growing up. He was always the kind of guy that would go to the dumps. Gypsy and I share this story, as a matter of fact, because they're kind of similar stories. My father would go to the dumps and like bring a bunch of more than he took there. You know what I mean? Because he'd go there to drop off a truckload of junk, and he'd come back with like boxes of books and old appliances that he thought he was going to fix up and sell for some kind of money. And I saw this, growing up all the time. He'd be like, Dad, come on, and he was a huge practical joker. So he's always playing tricks on us. I remember one time he brought back this box of books, and he said, let's look through them and see if we can see some first editions, hidden gem within it. And that's kind of like treasure hunting, so, yeah. And we're all passing around these books and saw some really cool old black and white photos tucked in some. So I was digging it. And then all this money fell out. Like all this cash fell out. And my aunt was helping us, and she just like almost had a heart attack. And she's like, oh my gosh, well, he had planted it, he had planted it all. And he would love to do stuff like that. And just, he would never throw anything away because he was like, oh, that's going to be worth something someday. Old newspapers, bicentennial this, bicentennial that, an old Anheuser-Busch beer box. I remember he always had that. And so maybe that's where it sparked that in me and stuff. But I remember when I moved to Colorado in 2000, and I wanted something to do with my kids, some kind of activity that was very Colorado. And I've always been interested in gold prospecting. So I got into that. And with one of my kids, the other one lost interest pretty quick because it's a lot of work, and started doing gold prospecting with my son. So that led into metal detecting, which led into all this YouTube craziness and all this other stuff. So yeah, that's.
Well, we're glad it did.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I love sitting there watching because, like I said, one of my favorite ones was the one you had about the 1715 Spanish fleece. Was there? I think there was if I remember correctly, was there 12 or 13 ships? I think, or 12 of the 13 went down or something.
Yeah, quite a bit. And I love the stories from that era.
Yeah,
and it's so funny. We talked about Facebook there before the show, and
right,
and how they know everything you click on, and they almost know what your interests are, right? It's like the big brother's watching, right? And so today they throw up this ad as I'm scrolling down Facebook, and it's this beautiful picture of these gigantic, like Corsair ships and all these things. And it says they're selling these canvases. It was an ad to then go to the website and buy these huge canvases that sit over your couch. And it said a slow day in 1715. And there was just these gigantic ships in the harbor. And I wanted to buy them right away. I was just like, you guys got me nailed.
They suck you in, man.
They suck you right in. Jeez.
They suck you in.
Yeah, I love stories about the 1715 fleet and kind of the time period from that time period. There's so much going on, not only here, but across the ocean. And you're always super interested, especially when you find something from that era. Oh my gosh, it just ties it all in. So
I don't think people realize it. I mean, I have a map here from Jersey that shows me all of the documented shipwrecks along the coast. I don't think people realize when that's your only mode of transportation, which it was at one point. There's a lot of ships that are going to go to that. There's a lot of shipwrecks along the whole East Coast. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah, a lot. And they haven't, you would think by now with all the technology, they would have discovered them all, but there's still shipwrecks out there that people continue to look for and just haven't found yet.
Oh yeah. Well, they're still pulling up stuff from that 1715 fleet.
I don't know the year, but my wife and I were just watching a show on TV the other night. Our afternoon thing is at the end of the night. We put everything else away, and then usually her and I just watch some kind of TV show together and stuff to end the night. That's kind of like my nightly ritual. And we were watching this show, and it was all about this. It was so fascinating. It was like in Alabama, in one of the rivers, it was like one of the only documented that they could tie to it. It was this old slave ship. It was an old slave ship that was after slavery was abolished, and these ships continued to smuggle slaves up into Alabama, and they would then burn the ship. Once they offloaded the cargo and all these human beings, they would burn the ship to erase evidence. And
what they call it, scuttling.
And this one ship is still almost intact, buried in mud and stuff. And so they were going there with a lot of descendants from the people that were on the ship. And it was a real fascinating show. So I can't remember what it was called now, but you guys should look that up.
Now we have to look that up.
What was that? Was that like a History Channel or Discovery Channel thing?
I'm trying to remember which one we were on. Yeah, it's one of those two, either History Channel or Discovery. It was definitely a documentary type thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
maybe somebody knows in the chat.
That out. Does anybody know what Ken's talking about?
No, Ken's crazy. Jason, good to see you, man. I'm seeing a lot of people rolling. You guys.
Jason Quarter, he rocks.
Yeah.
He rocks.
Yeah.
Mark changed his name again. It's Quarter Sorter now.
Oh Lord, Markage.
I wish I could remember what I said on the podcast that night. I can't do it. Jason, you remember what I said? I think Mark was there too. I had this whole spiel. It was like, if the water's getting quarter from the quarter in the hoarder border sorter, she goes blah blah blah, like this whole rap.
Yeah, there was somebody.
I think I heard that.
There was somebody on last night. Jason was on. Was it Treasure Talk last night? And there was somebody in the chat had a name. Nickel hoarder. So I think Jason was like, that's a copyright infringement.
Allie Man is here. Belinda's here. Thank you guys. You rock.
Hey there, Mike.
You guys all rock.
Yeah.
Gene from We Dig It.
So Ken, you started gold prospecting. How did you do with that?
I mean, good. Every time I went out, I found a little bit of gold. So
nice.
It's a lot like detecting in that there's a lot of research that goes into it. And and then just a lot of work, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't realize how much effort it takes to find the smallest amount of gold. You got to sometimes go through buckets and buckets of very heavy rock and mud and dirt to then concentrate it down into a pan eventually. Just think about that. 12 buckets, 5-gallon buckets of raw material put through a sluice so that you can reduce it down to the size of about half of one of those buckets, to reduce it again through some sifters into a pan that then you can pan out for the small little gold. We have pretty small gold here in Colorado, but I haven't gotten up into the tailing piles of a lot of the old gold mines here in Colorado to look for all the leftovers. I haven't done that yet, but that's on my list.
I guess with all that work and that little bit, that's just one of those things you got to be in it for the long haul.
Do if you want to try to make money or anything like that. I mean, I did it for something to do with my kid and have fun. And I'm telling you, I was there on my birthday one year, a number of years back. And I remember Tony and I, my digging buddy, Tony and I were out there. And I just was sitting on this bucket in the river and looking up at the beautiful Rocky Mountains I was surrounded by. And I was like, this is living, man. Like It was beautiful. I was like, what a day, what a way to spend my birthday surrounded by this beauty.
Right.
And also enjoying something like looking for treasure, looking for these little pieces of gold.
How exciting was that for your son when you were out there and you guys would pull out a little bit of gold?
First time he found gold was like just like you would imagine it would be. Like gold fever is no joke. Like it really isn't. I know a lot of people joke about that gold fever, but once you find a little color in your pan, you're going to want to find it a lot and more, and you're going to keep going after it. And he worked harder when that first little speck, that glint, and he did it. He did the panning and got rid of the heavies and reduced it down to black sand. And then he carefully sifted that black sand off, and his eyes just like, Dad, I got some. And I was just like, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You never forget that.
I was lucky.
No,
I was
never,
lucky.
never
Flashing your pan taught me.
No, it did really?
Yeah, he taught me how to dredge, and we spent a day dredging and sifting and panning, and
I'd love to get out with that, man. That'd be a blast someday.
Yeah, well, we don't have any here in New Jersey, so I don't get to do it often, but you're very lucky to have the opportunity there.
Yeah. Just takes time, man. It's like,
I don't think we were really known for gold here.
Nah.
More Parkway tolls, but not gold.
There we go.
We're more on the coppers.
Yeah,
more coppers than gold.
Well, you find some rings here and there.
Yeah, we do a little bit, not too much.
No.
Speaking about finding gold, one of your recent finds, Ken.
Yeah, can you believe it?
I was waiting for that.
Amazing find that's on everybody's bucket list.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little about that?
Yeah. Shoot, who would have thought, man? Like, I never did. We're here in Colorado. Our history goes back to about 1850 as the earliest. And I thought that's something other people do, Like, I was just like, I wanted to find Civil War era relics. That's what I wanted to do here in Colorado. And we've achieved that. We found some camps and some cool stuff. And we have found some stuff from like the 1840s. So that's like fur trader and fur trapper era and stuff. And some of the early soldiers that came here. But yeah, I would have never thought, I wasn't even thinking that. I was like, yeah, we're finding soldier camps, but I would never thought that. Because if you were to drop a gold coin, wouldn't you just spend your rest of eternity trying to find it, especially like in 1850s, 1860s?
Jeez. Unless somebody's chasing me with a musket.
That's true. Well, out here, we found this area that we started finding a bunch of old military artifacts. And whenever we do that, because we hunt and we search and we search and search, and when we hit a spot where we start pulling up items, we just hit it hard, like everyone, we hit it hard. And this is about our third time back. And we happened to have a visitor in Colorado that day, Zach, with used to be Down South Detecting. Now he's changed his name to Great Outdoors Detecting. Great channel, great detectorist. And he was visiting Colorado, and he knows Tony and myself. He said, hey, can we get together and dig? So we set up this day. It was the third day for myself digging in a row, and I get pretty tired, especially because the previous 2 days I was up and down these mountains all day helping an archaeologist GPS locate artifacts from an Indian battle here in Colorado. So I was exhausted, but it was like, Zach's coming in. We got to do one more day. We'll go out with him. So took him out to our spot, started having a great day. Our friend Beth started just killing it, finding all kinds of cool things. She found two 1840 tin back Navy buttons.
Wow.
Military Navy buttons here in Colorado. We were just losing our mind over that. And then in an area that we all hit over and over and over again, I end up pulling the gold coin and lost my friggin' mind.
That is amazing.
It was a fluke. It was a complete fluke. Number one, shouldn't have been detecting, totally exhausted. And a matter of fact, I got to a point, it was later in the day, and I got to a point where I was like, man, I just got to go sit down, because we didn't break for lunch or anything. It was just like sipping on some water. And I was getting to that, dizzy kind of feeling where like, I just got to go sit down, maybe grab a snack or something. And, and then I was thinking like, boy, I'm going to wimp out, everyone's going to be giving me a bad time, but I don't care. So I go to the car, grab a little snack. I'm looking at my sad, poor simplex sitting in the back of my car that's been sitting back there forever because the T2 is my baby. And I thought, you know what I'll do? I'm just going to relax. Because I was hitting it hard all day. I was just like, you know how you get? You're like, man, come on. And so I put my T2 away. I grabbed the simplex. And I'm like, I got to give this thing some time because I just didn't even know it. Like I'd only had it out a couple of times since I bought it. And I thought, well, I'm going to get some time in on this. I'm going to put some time in on it and play with it and see what it's telling me. But I just didn't know what the numbers were on. I just didn't know. It was different than the T2. And I was just like kind of frustrated. But I was just swinging it, kind of lollygagging. And yeah, first signal, I was like, what does this mean? I was digging it. Oh, okay. And so that's the range these things are in. Okay. Something else. And second target turned out to be the gold coin. And so,
wow.
So, you know, it just seems like a fluke for me. Here's an area that we scoured all day long. None of us hit it. I put my T2 away because I don't know if I would have dug that at a T2. It was like a scratchy junk signal. And we weren't digging everything at this site. We weren't digging junk iron signals and all that stuff. We're not looking for gold. We're not looking for the bigger irons. We are interesting. You know, those are the pieces of wagons and pieces of this and that we like to find. The small nail signals we would totally, you know, ignore. And junk foil signals, of course, we probably wouldn't dig them. But yeah, it was just kind of a fluke, man. But yeah,
let's pull up a picture of that because
yeah,
that was amazing. I was like, yeah, I was so excited for you. It was great.
I think I got it here. I think I sleep with it now.
I don't blame you.
Wow.
Well, there's Ken's gold coin.
Wow. Shoot. 1851.
Jesus.
That is beautiful.
1851. Type 1.
Great condition.
Yeah. Shoot.
Wow.
That thing is so small. That thing is so small. It's the smallest minted U.S. coin ever made.
Even smaller than is it smaller than the Trine?
It is smaller than the Trine. Smaller than, yeah, it's under a half, just under a half inch. So let me kind of give you an idea.
That might not be hard to miss.
All right. So let me see. Here's my fingernail.
All right. Let me pull you up on a big screen.
Yep.
All right. There's my fingernail and there's that coin.
Wow.
Right. Just like that. So it's smaller than my fingernail.
Wow.
Get turned. I'm going to try and bring it in. See if my Logitech camera will focus in on that.
Maybe if you put your other hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Upside down. But yeah. Yeah. It's just a little guy, but I knew what it was immediately when I saw it.
They all count.
Yeah. I pulled it out of the hole, dropped it on the ground, and then I backed away and I started saying things I probably shouldn't have said, but started calling people over. And I just wanted them to verify what I was looking at, you know. And luckily, Zach took some video of it. And there's some video out there on his channel of me. And it's heavily edited because he probably couldn't he didn't want to put out what I was saying and stuff.
Yeah. I just had to edit a few of
I
our
can
videos.
imagine. I know.
Yeah.
That's how I was.
it.
Thank goodness
Yeah.
Bobby was there just for my Morgan. I couldn't imagine that gold.
Right. Well, I was shaking, you know, my mouth immediately went dry. So I had no saliva. I was already tired, right? I was talking about that. So I was already kind of shaking. So this just really spent me. And then I'm thinking I got to cut my own video somehow because I had my cell phone with me. So then I cut this. And in his video, the part where it cuts to me kind of talking about how I don't know how to react is me filming myself on my camera. But then I just had to put it away. And I'm glad Zach was there because I couldn't keep it together. You know what I mean? It was amazing.
Did you get like a second wind after that? Or was it like, okay, I'm going home?
No, I was done, completely done at that point. And I told him, guys, because I was trying to text my wife. I was trying to text my buddy, Tony, and I had no reception down in this little valley we were in. And I said, guys, I'm going to head up to the top of the car and I got to go sit down. And they both said, they go, do you mind if we sort of bottom feed this area? And I go, are you kidding me? just hit the heck out of it.
Right.
And they both were swinging Knox 600s, and they both swung their detector over to see what kind of signal. It was a 12 to 13 on the Knox. And I just said, go for it, man. And I grabbed all my stuff, still shaking, and turned around and started up this hill back towards the car. And I hear Zach go, I got a 12 and it's strong. So I turned around. He goes, here, take my camera for me. So now I'm filming him dig this live 12 signal right in the area where I was at, like 2 inches away.
Headstand.
It was a pistol ball.
Okay.
So I give him the camera back. He's excited. He likes pistol balls, and it's a great thing to find. Camera back to him. I start on way back up there. I got a 13. Turn around, came back. That happened 5 times where I tried to make my way out of there, and he had another similar signal, and I turned around, come back to film him, and every time it was a pistol ball. So somebody dropped their big old pouch of pistol balls or bucking balls or whatever they were, and it was crazy.
We got a question for you, Ken.
Yeah.
Somebody, Scott McClory, wanted to ask, did you do any research on that coin to see what the value or worth is on it?
Yeah, it's probably around like 280, almost 300 for that coin in that condition. And you know, if you get certain collectors,
priceless,
like 500. But yeah, it is. It's priceless.
Yeah, I couldn't let that go.
Never.
No.
I couldn't let that go.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. You know, it's still, like I said, I still I have it for a specific reason with me today, but yeah, it's never far from me. I'll tell you that. At home has a special place.
I'd imagine so.
And I keep thinking, I keep going back and thinking about it, right? Just like any of the amazing finds you guys find, the one that really took your breath away, just think about it. You can always go back there, right? You can go back there in your mind and be like, I remember what I was thinking. I remember what the place smelled like. I remember like who I was with and how excited we got. And I can, you know, and I still do that today.
That's the funny thing, Ken. It's like, I remember first week of January, I got all my stuff from 21 and I got it all because we usually do like a, you know, end of year video finds and all that. And I'm doing the video, my wife watches it, and I'm sitting there and she's like, how is it that you can remember where you got every single one of these coins? You can remember where you were, the spot, where everything. Yeah. But I text you at work to pick up this or pick up that on your way home, and you can't remember.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I get that too. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Can't deny it. It's true.
No. It's because of the emotion, man. You know, we have emotion tied into these things we find, you know.
Yeah. It is very emotional, exciting, and exhausting.
Right.
And everything in between.
It wasn't it. Who was it? Oh shoot! I'm gonna change it. You guys carry on. I'm gonna look up this quote. It's a Maya Angelou quote. Quote.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, people will always forget about what you say or do, but they'll never forget on how you make them feel. Right? Yeah, because it's all about like feelings. Like when you feel like Beth and Zach and I, and you know, Tony was there earlier in the day, and then he had to leave, and. But I mean, I'll never forget that because of how excited we all were, right? Like Zach lost his mind, you know, I was losing my mind, you know, Beth was just like shaking her head because we don't find coins here very often. In the areas we're hunting, which are these old military trails and old fur trader trails and stuff, fur trapper trails, we don't find many coins. If they drop coins, they found them. So to find a gold coin, it was just like such a fluke. It was just such an oddball to be there.
So I guess needless to say, you will be going back there.
Well, yeah, we have a couple digging partners. They've been back a number of times. Tony and I were talking. We're still going to go back again and hit it, and because you know we're like, his bigger brother's got to be there somewhere. You know,
well, I'll tell you what. You made, since Zach was there for a day in Colorado, I'd imagine you made his one day in Colorado pretty memorable.
He couldn't believe it. He goes, I can't believe I was there to see. You know, and here's the deal with him. He digs with this guy Garrett out in Kansas, and they're working the Oregon Trail. They're going up and down the Oregon Trail looking for spots, and it wasn't like a month later, less than a month later, Garrett found the same exact coin.
Wow!
Over on one of their areas they're hunting on the Oregon Trail.
Maybe Zach brought some stuff over, some mojo.
Yeah, and Mojo, man, he's the good luck rabbit.
Yeah, it's weird because you know what? Somebody else just found a gold coin the other day. Actually, somebody I know is on my Facebook page. It was 1800. I don't know exactly. It was a $5 gold coin.
Now, was that the first time
In Jersey?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Was that the first time, Ken, that you ever featured yourself on the Weekly Dirt?
It was the first time. You know, I've had other opportunities that I thought I can feature myself. But when I started the show, when I created the show, created the idea and started the show, I always told myself I will never feature myself. This show is all going to be about the community. It's going to be about everyone else.
Yep.
I can make my own digging videos, and I have, and they are on my YouTube channel. You can find them.
Which I dropped the link in the chat.
There you go. Head on over there. You probably have to. There's a playlist for, you know, my own digging videos, which you can go check out. Now, the Weekly Dirt, of course, has overwhelmed my channel, and I put out those every week. And so, of course, the majority of my videos on my channel are the Weekly Dirt videos. But yeah, you know, I just made that a rule. I wasn't going to show my stuff. I had other avenues if I wanted to show my own stuff, and I really wanted to feature everyone else. And yeah, I found that gold coin, and I'm like, you know what? I probably should just do it. So everyone was like, do it. So
absolutely.
Like, okay.
You know,
and it was Zach's video, you know, I made Zach's video of me finding it. So
I've been a huge fan of yours, and the Weekly Dirt is what really introduced me kind of to you. Okay. And I love how you share everybody else. Every week, the Weekly Dirt, anybody here can be spotlighted on Ken's show. And, you know, I was on there like once or twice. I tell you, it was like making American Digger, or like, it feels great. You know, it feels great. And I've learned about so many other channels, and I've seen so many amazing finds just through your show. So I think that's one of the reasons I was even more happy for you. You know, I don't know. I can't explain it.
No, I get it. Thank you.
Happy. But you know what, though? I find shows like that, though. I watch shows like that, and I want to just like go and grab my detector and go.
That's why I do that show, man. That's it. That's why I do the show. I mean, thank you for that, though. I really love hearing that. And people tell me that all the time. They always say, you know, I love the, you know, the show you're putting on and seeing it because of the motivation it brings us, right? We can't all, like, I can't get out every weekend. I just have too big a life. I got too much stuff going on, family wise and professional and everything, but I try to get out as much as I can. And if I can make it out every other weekend, I'm doing really good. But on the times I can't go out, I still like seeing what other people are finding, and that motivation.
Yep.
It does drive me nuts a little bit because to research the show, I got to look at a lot of videos. So you guys see like the 4 or 5 features I put on every Sunday, but I'm looking at a lot more and just thinking, wow, like I got to get out, you know?
Yeah. I try to keep it realistic. Like I watched your,
I
watched the Spanish 1715 fleet video, and I was like, I'm going tomorrow morning. Yeah. And then I got up in the morning. I said, "You know what? I'll settle for a matron because I'm not getting a $30,000 gold coin in Jersey.
Right?
So if I can get a matron or something today, I'm good." Yeah. But I was like, all ready to go.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens, right? Like if anything, if I'm guilty of anything, I feel sorry sometimes that maybe I bring a false sense to the community or anybody that's discovering metal teching. You know, they're going to watch my channel and go, well, it's got to be easy. Look at these 4 or 5 people that all found gold and Roman and, you know, Celtic and all this other stuff. And it's got to be easy, but, yeah, I just do that for the show. And, you know, I don't always try to pick the best finds. And I want everyone to know that, you know, because sometimes I'll get messages saying, oh, I found a much better find this week or something. And I'm sure people do all the time. Number one, this has to be something I've seen, something that I've actually watched. And then it has to be something that I think is of interest to people. So if it's a killer find, yeah, I know that's going to be of interest to people. Right. If it's the way you filmed it, or you got a funny personality, or you've got an interesting take on it, or you just do a great job with your video and editing, I want to feature your channel because the community will appreciate that. You know what I mean?
One of mine was called the Shaking Hand episode or something.
Was that from the Morgan?
Yeah, I think it was fines that make your hands shake, something like that, make your knees weak.
Yeah, but you know what though? Even though you see all these great finds, it still motivates you to go out because I mean, just look at your own example. Did you ever expect to find a gold coin where you were?
No, not even the littlest bit.
But that's the thing. You don't know what you're going to find anywhere. Just swing.
Yeah.
It's plain and simple.
You got to look. You got to be in the right spot, and sometimes it's a matter of inches, right? I always tell the story of when I went to England, and Seth with Can You Dig It? Right? He found a gold stater, a gold Celtic stater, 2,000-year-old gold coin. And when we came over to look at it, I was the one closest to him. I came over. It's like, you got to be kidding me. And this was the second one he found that day. He says, Ken, look where it was. And it was in somebody's fresh boot print. That's where he found it. And it dug it out 2 inches down, somebody's fresh boot print. So detecting is also a matter of inches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can scour the bust you can, but if you're not at the right angle sometimes, or you overswing it too wide a step and you're doing that Z swing, you might miss it, So yeah, who would have, a complete fluke. My coil found that little coin on that day under those circumstances with those people in the middle of this big world of ours.
It's crazy.
Down to that spot.
Like you said, you might not have found that with your T2. If so, you switched machines just out of the blue. I
was digging everything that the simplex showed me so I could learn it. Yep. That's how big of a fluke it was. I didn't dig that target because I was just master detectorist, and I knew that was just something good. It repeated. It was scratchy. It jumped numbers on me, but it repeated, and I circled it and it repeated. I dug it because I just wanted to see what it was, and it was a freaking gold coin. Like,
that's crazy.
Maybe you'll get that simplex out a little more often now.
You know it. Yeah, that was I felt guilty. I'm sorry.
Well, you talk to your machines too? My wife thinks I'm nuts.
I do. Yeah, I do. I had to buy that simplex beer.
There you go. Well deserved beer.
Yeah, shoot.
So Ken, what is I know you're super busy with everything that you do, but what is the other one you started not too long ago, Relics Radio Podcast?
Yeah. Relics Radio Podcast is on every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Spreaker, Spreaker.com. We have a Relics Radio Facebook group, but if you type anything in any search engine for Relics with an S, Relics Radio, you'll find it'll come up. And it's not my creation, actually. It's a creation of Digging with Seven Loy and Tennessee Jeff. They started it 5 years ago. And Tony and I used to listen to it all the time and chat about it and listen to the guests they would have on. And they're one of the oldest, longest running podcasts out there. And became a guest on the show after a while. Boy, it was a big honor. You know what I mean? Like Audrey, you talked about being spotlighted on my show as being an honor, and you felt like you had made it. And same with this Relics Radio, because we used to listen to it all the time. Boy, you asked me to be a guest. Oh man, I'm really touched by that. Well, Tennessee Jeff decided he wanted to take a break. So Loy came to me and asked me if I wanted to co-host with him. So we started co-hosting together and did that for about a year. And then, I told him I'd give him 6 months. And then about a year later, he decided he wanted to take a break to do some more diving. So since then, myself has been running the show, and Tony has been my co-host, and Jeff Lubert with American Digger Magazine. He's come on and helped me co-host sometimes. But yeah, we bring guests on and interview them for an hour and a half. And we have a live chat, and there's a live call-in number, so you can become part of the show and call in and ask your questions. So yeah, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. Relics Radio. Still great.
That's an awesome show too. I enjoy that. Last week was really good. That was a good show.
Oh, Ski Searcher, yeah. We spent the first 10 minutes talking about soda. Ski soda.
Nothing wrong with that.
That happens here too. Sometimes we'll start out talking about whatever, and the next thing you know, food.
Yeah.
Something about food.
Yep. Oh, let's not get on that topic.
I do have a question for you, Ken, actually. I've asked this a few times. I tried to ask it last night when Jason was on. But what would 2022 Ken King go back and tell just starting out treasure hunting? King, knowing what you know now, advice wise.
Sit down, hold on, shut up, and strap in. What would I probably tell the younger self? Well, get ready to have, beginning Ken King and metal detecting had no idea what he was about ready to discover. So I think older Ken King talking to him, telling him what he was about ready to discover,
And we lost him.
probably wouldn't have been able to comprehend it, because I'd probably been like, yeah, right. It's all about finding things. Because Ken King that started thought it was a solitary hobby, thought it was all about finding things, and that's all I thought it was about. I thought it was about cool finding things.
Right.
But
also at the same time, there wasn't as big a community, so that wasn't really an option really at that time.
Right. So, I'd also tell him, like, hang on to your shorts. This community is going to explode. Make sure you become part of it. You know what I mean? But I did right away. When I first started, I got involved immediately with an online forums group. That's how I met my digging partner, Tony, is through the Hunter GT had a killer forum back then. And we used to chat in there and swap stories and stuff and learn from these guys that have been doing it a long time. And then that led into me meeting Tony. Hey, we're both in Colorado. Let's hook up. So I was already starting getting part of that. And then when I got on YouTube and discovered that whole thing, then it's exploded since then and stuff. Yeah. But I really thought it was about solitary finding things. I had no idea that the research and the history was going to be my biggest favorite part of the entire hobby. I had no idea, because I never really liked history much. Started doing genealogy research about 7 or 8 years ago, and started liking my own history, but hadn't really tied it to the larger history of our world, of our state, of our country. And boy, that's now all it's about for me, pretty much.
It's funny how we start out and how we evolve in this hobby.
Yeah. I think it's the same for a lot of people too.
Yeah.
It is just kind of evolves.
I've interviewed a lot of people, right? I used to have my Digger Spotlight show on my YouTube channel. It was much like this, right? When I interview people, bringing notable people, the podcast. I've done a lot, and you're right. Everyone I've talked to has a very similar story. I always ask them. That's like your question. You always ask me. That's a great question, by the way, Bobby. But they always say, the same thing. Like, I say, look, what do you think? What do you think that in the beginning versus now? And all of them say, I never liked history. Now I can't get enough of it. My favorite find is the thing you find that's like, what's that? I don't know, but it's got a number on it. Now I got to go research it, right?
I know, right?
And then it becomes like part of a 1820s factory that used, who knows?
I'm the same way.
Yeah,
and I'm definitely into the relics for sure. I'm definitely.
Who'd have ever thought you'd be out digging somewhere? I'll be out digging somewhere, and I'll pull out this tiny little round thing with numbers on it. I'm like, ooh. Oh, it's a bird band. Oh, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, right. Bird bands are cool. You can kind of research them and stuff. Like, I even get into other people's videos. So, like, sometimes I think it was Jason. Matter of fact, we were just talking about court order. He did I think he did it on purpose, but he did a video where he found this item. Didn't do that on purpose. He found this item, but he was showing the camera, and it was like this silver fork spoon type thing. And he was just like, oh man, what is that? And it had a specific symbol on it. And he was just like, man, I don't know what that is. Do you guys know what that is? Now, this was in his video, so he had found it quite a while back. But I saw the video, and I immediately went to Google and Google Images, and I immediately went trying to research that and found it and like discovered it, and I messaged him. I go, Jason, man, I found that thing is a 1920s, olive spoon from this part of Italy.
Wow.
And he's like, yeah, I know 10 people have already told me that. And the video was just came out, 2 minutes.
But that just shows you how engaged people are in it.
Yeah. It's like that. I bet a lot of people in the chat are just like that too. They're, oh my God.
I learned so much more about history metal detecting than I ever did in school. I never paid attention in school. Now I can't get enough. So it's the same thing.
Right.
I love the research.
Can you imagine if history teachers started putting that kind of energy into teaching history and bringing in items and showing people? Matter of fact, Zach, we talked about Zach, his digging partner, Garrett, the one that found the gold coin about a month after I did, he's a history teacher. So he does bring in items and go, okay, we're going to talk about the Oregon Trail today. And here's some items I happen to find from that time period where people were traveling up and down. Yeah.
You imagine some teachers doing like a field trip or something like that, where they take them out, you get a few detectors, go out swinging somewhere, and you imagine how that could catch on.
Yeah. I've seen some people do stuff with schools before. Jocelyn, Relic Recovery, she did it for a while. She did it sometimes with Jason. Actually, they went to a school and dropped off a bunch of detectors. And a teacher there had a little club, and they only had one detector though, so they ended up bringing a bunch of detectors. And I've seen it happen a few times, and it blows me away thinking, wow, if that caught on.
Right.
I think CT
Relic
Digger, right? Josh was trying to put something like that together.
I just happen to have a little surprise coming up soon. I can't mention it yet, but let's just say it's related. Yep. And I'm super excited. It's pretty big.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. Can't wait.
I'm excited too, and I'm not even there, and I'm excited for it.
I told Bobby.
Good. Well, can't wait for that announcement.
Yeah, but if I say anything, she'll hit me with her shovel.
I will. Bop you right on the head.
There you go. Sure.
But all right. So we here try to do a little bit like you can. We try and give back. We try and share the love, support each other, and just share with the community. Because for us, it's all about community. And that's another reason I wanted to have you on, because I always admired you and thought you were great, and everything you do is awesome.
Thank you.
So I really appreciate you coming on. So is there anything else you wanted to add about anything that you're doing or plan to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to make it out to do more trips this year. There's a lot of people I want to visit, especially in your part of the world. My gosh. Tony and I have this whole road trip sort of all down the East Coast, moving into sort of the Midwest planned. And I don't know if we'll get to do it this year, but yeah, I need to come out and see Charlie. I need to come out and see a bunch of people. And I just hope to get the opportunity to do that this year. As far as the YouTube channel goes, I'll continue to do the weekly dirt, and I've got a couple other programs that are in the works right now that I don't want to talk about until I'm ready to release it. But yeah, some more stuff coming up. So make sure you stay tuned and be looking for that. Yeah.
Do you guys do many events out there?
We don't. Well, every year, Colorado has one big national event, and we haven't held it for the past 2 or 3 years because of COVID and all that stuff. Well, this year we're holding our national Rush to the Rockies event. It's in June, but we don't have the exact date yet. And the place, we're still trying to secure the place. And I don't really want to announce it fully until then, but I can tell you, keep your eyes on me, keep your ears to the podcast and everything else. Because as soon as they let me release it, because it's hosted by our metal detecting club, the Eureka Treasure Hunters Club. And they put it on, like I said, they used to put it on every year. It was absolute blast. A bunch of stealth diggers came. We've got, Spectrum Bill from, Shack West there, and he's part of our club. And all the other gals from the stealth diggers group are there. And we have a blast. And it's a great social hunt. It's a seated hunt, but it's just absolutely a lot of fun. And can't wait to announce it. I wish I could announce it right now.
No, I can't wait to hear it.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, but it's good. You get to see, all these people, because that's like when we went to Digstock. Yeah, digging was great and everything, but to be able to see and put names to faces and get to know people and walk around and dig with them and stuff like that, that was like the highlight, man.
That's it. Every event, that's the best part.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, hey, you want me to give something away?
Sure, absolutely.
Heck yeah, you want to give something away?
Yeah, check this out. I'm going to post a link in the chat.
And it's not the gold coin you found. I can tell you that.
There's a link in the chat to my Teespring account. I was going to pick a winner from our chat field, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And whoever wins, you're going to go to that site there. Let me show you what it looks like. Share my screen. There we go. Share it. Good. So here's what it looks like over at the Teespring thing, and you can see all these, hoodies and shirts, and different things I got set up with my different logos for Adventures in Dirt, the Weekly Dirt, my old Adventures in Dirt logo, and you can roll over this if you go to that link in the chat and kind of check them out. Front and back logos. You just tell me what you want. Get a hold of me. You know how to get a hold of me, and I will get it sent out to you. How's that?
Wow, that's awesome.
Whatever you want. Yeah.
Can I duck out and get in the chat real quick?
Yeah, drop something in the chat.
Right.
Drop something in the chat to get entered.
Yeah, no lurking.
Yeah, just make sure you've chatted.
Lurking won't work.
Audra, I'll let you pull the trigger on that whenever you like.
Yes, sir.
And if somebody wins, they don't know how to get a hold of me, they can get a hold of Audra and she can tell you how to get a hold of me.
Absolutely.
But if you can't find me, you're not trying.
We have 33 entries so far. So say something in the chat box to be added to the entry. 36 going up.
I see people popping out now. The chat's flying.
38. Keep chatting. Keep chatting. Yep. You don't want to miss this. I want to win. I need an Adventures in Dirt t-shirt.
It's random. Go chat in that thing.
I can't win. We can't win.
We don't win.
40. All right. All right. Keep chatting. Keep chatting.
Give you another minute or two, and that's it. And you SOL.
I want to win. Chat.
JVP.
Yeah. If you win, you make videos. Put that in your video. How's that?
There you go.
Yeah.
Little promotion.
A lot of awesome people in here tonight. You all rock.
Absolutely.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Ken. You rock, dude.
I'll go back and watch this and check everyone's chat out. I wasn't able to follow it tonight, but
a
lot of kind words coming in. I want to tell everyone thank you so much.
All well deserved, Ken. All well deserved.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
What do we got there? 40 something?
42. Some people don't chat.
Yeah, they lurk.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't see the link to your Teespring, though. Did you drop that in the chat?
There it is again.
Or if you want to drop it in the private chat and I'll drop it. If I didn't make you an admin, I don't know.
Yeah, Nancy said it didn't show up.
In private. Okay. There you go. Did you get it, Audra?
I'm looking.
It's in the private chat. I sent it to you in the private chat.
Oh, I got it.
There you go.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Chris said, spin that wheel.
She always says that.
No, that was Chris.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah. KK just wants to respin.
All right. I'm going to drop the link in the chat and then we're going to spin the wheel. Get something in the chat.
There we go.
Chicken dinner.
All right, guys. You ready to roll this thing?
Let's do it.
46. I think that's the 47.
I'm with you, Jeej. Fingers crossed.
Out of the woodwork.
All right. Let's go. Good luck, everybody.
Best of luck.
Oh, Ken, you're going to win.
I'm going to win.
Paul, American Golden Relics.
Great job, Paul. Congratulations. Yeah.
You know, that's karma for paying off for him doing the 24-hour stream that we're going to be doing in March.
When's that coming again? I was part of that last time. That was pretty
March,
fun.
Was that
4th and 5th?
4th and 5th?
Yeah, we kick it off 6 p.m. Friday, or is it Friday or Saturday the 5th?
I think it's Friday into Saturday.
I don't even know anymore.
I remember last time it was crazy because I had signed up for this 2-hour slot or whatever it was, an hour, 2 hours, something like that. And I had gotten kind of ill. I'd kind of, wasn't doing so well right up to the day before. And it was just like the day of, like the clouds parted and everything came into fruition where I could do it. So That was a good time. That was a fun
That would have
Yeah,
been
it
a long
was a
2 hours
blast.
sick.
Uh-huh.
It
Congratulations,
was a
Paul.
blast.
It's awesome. Follow that link. Go over there. Tell me what you want. Tell me what color you want. You can click on those things. It'll tell you all kinds of different colors. I love it because I don't have to stock product. I can just have it shipped to you. So you
Yep.
tell me the size, the color, and what you want. Let me know, buddy.
Yeah.
Or tell Audra and she can tell me.
Yeah, either way, we'll hook you up.
Absolutely.
I love Teespring. They're very convenient, and you don't have to do anything.
Nope, they do a good job. They get it out fairly quick. So, like it.
So, all right. So, is there anything else you wanted to add, Ken?
No, just want to say that how much I appreciate the community and everyone coming together, and it's just grown so much. And for those of us that keep it on an even keel and keep the drama away, that's great. Keep doing that.
That's right.
You know, we don't need places for that drama, so just keep it drama free and support each other and
Right.
keep showing us what you're finding out there, because it
Absolutely.
creates motivation for other people. Even if you don't think it's the greatest thing, you know what I mean? I can find somebody find a debuckle and I'm like, oh, I could go find a debuckle.
Yeah.
You know,
They sound
something like
good.
that. So, yeah, absolutely.
They're
So,
great.
Yeah.
Audra,
So
thanks
thank
for having
you,
me on.
Ken.
Yeah, you guys have. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate
Absolutely.
Thank you, Ken. You are an
Thank you.
inspiration. It's always a joy.
it. Yeah.
All right. So
And-
for those of you in the chat,
Yeah.
go check out Jersey History Hunters Facebook page. Check out Ken. It's Thursday nights at 8:00 on
Thursday
Relics
nights on
Radio.
Relics Radio, right?
Sunday night, check out Lost Boys Recovery. Thursday night also is Shelly and Dawn. Can you dig it? And
Wednesday night is Bobby Buddha on his YouTube Underground Buddha.
I heard there's going to be some silver involved tomorrow night, so and
Excellent.
maybe some other stuff. We'll see.
Yeah, and if you can't listen live to the podcast, you can go over there and catch 5 years of back episodes to hear from
Yes.
your favorite. You just scroll there and say, "Oh, I want to hear from that person." Yeah, there's 5 years of guests.
You could
every
listen
week.
in your car
Absolutely. That's right. While you're working out
on a
whatever
road
you
trip
do.
to Florida, FH8.
You can have your
Absolutely.
headphones in this side. You can have the podcast in this ear. While you're swinging your detector.
That's perfect.
Also, one more Saturday nights at 7:00 is Keystone History Holders with Charles Schaefer and Sean from Berks County Metal Detecting. Go check them all out. Hit the sub button, drop some love, and go check them out.
Yep.
Always share the love.
That's right.
Awesome.
All right, guys. So we are cutting into flash in your pan, and we don't want to do that. Make
No.
sure to share the love, support each other, and thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you again, Ken.
Sure.
Bobby, you rock, dude.
Thanks, Bobby.
Take care.
See you all next week.
Absolutely.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll be in Florida still. We'll see. We'll talk about this.
Yeah, we'll discuss that.
Okay. Have a good night, everybody. See you next time.
See ya.
Oh, I lost my banner. Oh, perfect. All right. Good night, all.
Good night.